you should all come prepared already knowing your parts. It's not this right here is not fair for people who did prepare. But when we go home and practice, like if we know the list ahead of time, like our directors, they send the list ahead of time. So sometimes there's songs I haven't played, like right now. So my job is to go and dedicate time and learn it so that when we come here, we don't waste time. Everybody knows how many. Right here, we're over trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? But that, like as a worship leader, as a worship team, music person, that's a tip I give you guys, bro. Like, because you guys are going to continue to grow. So can you imagine this to a larger scale? Everybody trying to figure it out? It happened to us at Roca. That's why we had to establish that different, like, mindset. So I recommend you guys, like, especially if you know you were going to, like, you're the one she's talking to, because that means you know it. You should know this, like, on point, bro. You should be looking at this like, bro, it's 8 measures. After the 8 measure, we're going to run it for, you should know this stuff. All right? And I know we're just starting, but you've been a musician for a while, so it's just a piece of advice. And please take it with love. All right?
Gotcha. Exceptional video depicting brotherly love and rebuke in love. And I just wanted to point out a couple of things that we can glean from this video. One of the things is that he's talking about, you know, professionalism and just outright saying what is a professional look. And look, no matter how you take this as musicians, it says a lot about you. I was reading an email or so from a guy called Kojo Music or something, and he is a UK based producer, and one of the things he said he looks out for is professionalism, aside, you know, the vibe that he gets, you know, working with someone, but professionalism. And because if you can't be on time, and these are things that I'm guilty of, like I have showed up to rehearsals or like gigs way past times that were agreed on, it never gives a good look. And 2, you can lose money from doing that. Kudos on him doing that. Another thing that we can talk about is he painted the picture of the vision that the group has, and which is very important, right? Every group needs to know. A book I read by Henry Cloud talks about you are ridiculously in charge, and every MD does that. Every MD sets the tone. Which kind of rehearsal are we having? Is it the kind that you can talk within? Is it the kind that, hey, we're trying to reach a goal, so, you know, this is what we're doing? And clearly, this musician, this trumpeter was setting or was reminding the team about the vision. If you hear him, he says, this is where we're going, and this is where we're from, and this is what we are trying to achieve. That's a great segue to talk about the next point. He uses a lot of personal story to connect with it, saying like, hey, I've been in your spot before, where I was making mistakes, blah, blah, blah. This is, as a young musician, this is my advice to you. This is not the place to do that. And that will lead into my personal experience. I've been kicked out of rehearsals just because I didn't know harmonies, just because I didn't learn the harmonies that were sent to us. And look, it's different if it is, you know, you're building it from the scratch. This is one of those rehearsals where you're fleshing out the details. You are now building the melodies. The producer has called you, and, you know, you guys are fleshing it out. It's a different ballgame. It makes sense that, you know, we come prepared to sing, but unprepared, not knowing what we're going to sing, right? However, if this is the kind of rehearsal where pre-recordings were made, harmonies have been scored, it was sent to you, and even someone even added click on top, you have little to no excuse for not learning your harmonies and coming into this prepared. And so and so my advice basically is, hey, listen to what this guy's saying, come prepared. You know, if you have any questions, send it to your MD or your choir director or your producer ahead of time. Hey, what are we trying to achieve? Hey, you know, or like maybe you're having challenges. Hey, I'm having these challenges. They can make adjustments. But when you show up to rehearsals without practicing, one, it's very awkward. Oh my God, you don't know how many times I've wanted the ground to open. Fred Banfo is hitting all those notes and I'm like, I don't know what we're doing. It's very awkward. Two, it sets the rehearsal way back. So instead of like going out the gate, boom, 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 doing all the stuff that we're supposed to do, unfortunately, we now have to babysit this one person who hasn't learned the harmonies. And then lastly, you can lose money. After a while, producers, MDs, artists word spreads, word travels, because it is by word of mouth that you get referrals. People talk to people and stuff and say, hey, I know this guy, or I know this girl, and she can sing, he can sing, blah blah blah. You can lose money. Bad rep. You don't want bad rep. So yeah, with this, I totally agree with this gentleman, and I think that it is good rebuke out of love. And if anyone gives you this feedback, you should love on them. You should keep them in your corner and say, hey, like, what else do you have that I can learn from you? You know what I mean? So yeah, I hope that helps. I haven't done these reaction videos ever. This is a first. Hope to be doing more. This is something I saw on the internet. I was like, oh, this is so good, and I have stuff to say about it, so I will. So there we go. Have a blessed day.